Good afternoon, Crimson Tide Nation, and welcome to the 26th edition of Alabama Crimson Tide Live from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and my partner in crime, Coach Johnny Burtz, as we give you our take on the latest news and notes on the Alabama Crimson Tide, especially with the final weeks of winter in our midst. Let me tell you something, folks. It's going to be a wild ride. How you doing today, good buddy?
Man, it's been a scramble, Jack. As I told you, I was yesterday, today, and it's been just crazy.
Oh.
I was down in Montevallo yesterday, and there was no way. I thought originally I'd be able to get back on time, but it was a meeting, and everybody just kept doing that, and so that's when I let you know, there's no way I'm gonna make it back. And if I did, I was gonna be stressed out to the max. And then today, been over Marshall County doing some contract education work, and it was hectic getting back. That Highway 231, you talk about from interstate up through Gadsden, Anniston, Gadsden, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, up to Huntsville. I mean, it is packed.
Oh, yeah.
Bumper to bumper. They're going to have to 6-8 lane it.
There you go.
So anyway, it was hectic getting back.
But on the bright side, we did get to celebrate President's Day, which it's been celebrated since 1885, I believe.
Yeah, I know, and it should be. I mean, I don't care who the president is. I mean, they work hard, and they deserve a day. And I saw today where whatever these idiots protesting, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Biden. I'm not going to, whatever about it. I was not a big fan, that kind of stuff. But that is a full-time job, and good, the bad, the ugly. It's a tough job, and you gotta respect the effort that those guys put into it. So I don't like it when I'm getting tired of all the protests and people. They just want to just belly ache all the time.
My mistake. I was 6 years off. It was 1879. I was 6 years off.
Yeah,
but it's like
that's fine.
I think my brain's going to get charged.
Yeah, it's an important day, and those guys deserve some respect. So anyway, just my 2 cents.
There we go. But we got some fun memberships on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. For $2.99 a month, you can become a Crimson Faithful member, and all you got to do is pay $2.99 a month and get a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments and in the live chat. You get a custom emoji to use in the comments and in the live chat, and you get a shout out for each show. For $4.99 a month, you can become a Saba Disciple, where you will get priority reply to comments and access to a monthly hangout with all of us at Alabama with the Voice of College Football. From yours truly, Jackson Johnson, Coach Burks, Jeffrey Dolan Talk Sports, Manny Wilson, and much, much more. And for $9.99, the big one, you can become a Bear Bryant legend. And you can connect on social media with us, give out content requests of any kind. And that's all by becoming a Bear Bryant legend, and neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow, nor bad internet, or anything bad of any kind will put a stop to us from fulfilling your request on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. And of course, the disputed national champions, college football's historical 1990s reset, written by Mark Rogers, is out on Amazon, and you'll learn about what happened during the 90s, how the decade changed sport, why the championship results should be questioned, how to critically think through the scenarios, and to appreciate the accomplishments of teams that were not recognized as champions. This book provides an in-depth analysis of the changes, controversies, and outcomes that defined a decade of college football. It challenges readers to explore and critically evaluate the decisions that shaped the national championship landscape. Unlock the mysteries of college football's most debated decade. Grab your copy now. And coming up on The Voice of College Football, 5 p.m. Central Time next Monday, is the annual State of the Voice of College Football address from Mark Rogers himself. And it's the only show each year on The Voice of College Football where you won't hear any talk about college football, but you will hear about what the future is to come from The Voice of College Football. And let me tell you something, folks, you're going to be really excited to see what Mark Rogers and all of us here have for you set in store at The Voice of College Football. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.
Is he going to make his 26 prediction national champ? I'm just kidding.
I don't think so.
A little early to be making that prediction. I'm just playing.
Yeah. But I will say, though, last Saturday, we lost. What happened to us? Good grief.
Number one, I think at the very start, I thought they were overplaying, trying too hard. You know what I'm saying? It was just came out and they were trying to just overplaying it. And I don't like it when they teams come out and start trying to just flog up threes and that kind of stuff. I always want you come out instead of trying to establish threes outside, get it inside, do some damage inside, then kick it out and that kind of stuff. So, but I thought it was a lot of over effort to a certain extent, and then it just kind of just kept going and going, and it was really going nowhere. I mean, you kept expecting a run and a significant run, and they did, but it was nothing. There was no point where you felt like they were going to be able to overtake the game, and so I thought that, and also the standing around. Alabama, when they start doing the park and rec, I got the ball, so I'm on my time to score, and you could tell some of it was so predetermined that one of the players, they'd catch the ball and they were going to try to score. There was not going to be any offense. There was not going to be any movement and setting screens. Now, there were times they were setting screens. Don't get me wrong, and trying to set up, but there were way too many times it was just you knew the guy was going. He had the ball in his hands. You knew he was going to try to create something and that kind of stuff. And it just got a lot of just point blank. I mean, just right there at the rim and couldn't make it happen. I thought early it was just a lot of over effort and pushing, just pressing yourself and team pressing. But then later in the game, it was just it could not sustain any type of momentum. It'd be a great couple of drives and then go down the third time, and it was just, what are we doing? And when they start everybody's standing outside and somebody's going to create, and I didn't like it. And on that night, Auburn was more relaxed. Yeah. I thought it came down. Alabama was just too hyped and pressing themselves, and Auburn was just more relaxed and into the flow of the game. But it was hard to watch, Jack. Basketball is getting more and more. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but it's getting harder to watch. I mean, Broome, he gets the ball, and it's like old Shaq, just bounce and push back, toward the goal and whatever, and they're not going to call anything. And then, so many hack 'em, whack 'em, it's like, hack-a-mole, whack-a-mole or something like that, just arms everywhere. And it's just, I don't like the state of the game. And I'm going to tell you what, this is my theory, and other people can say what they want, but I think the players have gotten too big. All right. I mean, this is large. When, Naismith, designed the game. Players were much shorter, and now they're, just humongous. And so I think if you want to, just make it more competitive, you got to expand the court. Got to make it bigger. It's too small. We got guys flogging up threes from half court. You watch an NBA game? it's a joke. There's not really much to watch.
Yeah, but Mark Sears, I noticed where he was making a couple threes. I was like, oh man, he's bringing his inner Steph Curry. He's like, well, maybe that could save the day for us. But You know the stat that I've noticed from the Alabama Auburn game from Saturday? We never led once at any point in the game. We
I did,
never led at all.
mhm. Well, that was like, opening of the game, coming down, flogging up threes, pressing. And then you see Auburn coming down, they're relaxed. Bruce Pearl, even though, I mean, he's very animated on the sideline, and sometimes that'll carry over to your players on the court and that kind of stuff. If you get too agitated, they get too agitated. But it seemed like he's very dynamic, and so is Nate Oates. And but the players were a lot more relaxed on the Auburn side, a lot more relaxed, and just seemed a lot smoother and just not pressing. So don't get me wrong. I think Alabama, when they play Auburn again, will do a lot better job. I don't know. Depends on how they play on the road that night. Or
Hey,
whatever.
maybe we could be a number 1-2 matchup again. Like that
Could happen. Alabama only dropped 4, but and like we talked earlier, you're always going as a basketball season is so long. You're always going to lay an egg, and Alabama's laid 3. The Ole Miss was the big one, but the Auburn game they laid an egg, and so didn't pan out for them. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Bottom line is it's getting in the tournament and then survive in advance. Jim Valvano, survive in advance.
But it's funny though, because it's like 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, nobody's sitting there thinking about, Alabama, Auburn, number 1 and number 2 in college basketball. Even though, because it's like I said last week, regardless of who wins or loses, this is great for the state of Alabama.
It is.
It shows people we are good at something other than football. And a little stat that I've got for Auburn, Alabama, is Auburn is the first AP number 1 team to win an in-state top 2 matchup. And another stat from Bruce Pearl is this is the second time they've won a number 1, number 2 matchup. The first time was in February of 2008 when he was coaching Tennessee against John Calipari's Memphis team. That was when Tennessee was number 2. Memphis was number 1 at that time. So it's like Bruce Pearl's winning both of them.
Yeah. I saw that too. And kudos to him. I mean, been there, done that. So it's hard to do it twice, 3 and 4 times. I mean, it's especially at that elite level. So kudos to that. I'll say, and that's a little nugget to remember when you vote for the Hall of Fame. He's done it twice, and it may. We'll see if it happens the 3rd time. Alabama. Hopefully, that inspired Alabama to play better and do better. And I think Alabama's okay on the road. I don't see them caving. I mean, they lost Purdue early. Was it Purdue? And then Ole Miss, they're losing at home. I think they play pretty good on the road. Evidently, they're a little less stressed and a little more loose on the road.
Oh, yeah.
So I think there's a good chance it might happen again. And I hope they play well. And who knows what's going to happen in the SEC tournament, that kind of stuff. But we're down to it. It's March Madness. With a couple of weeks, less than a couple of weeks away to March Madness.
Agreed. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in March Madness.
Yeah. Hopefully Auburn will remember Yale.
I hope we see like Alabama and Auburn go against one another in March Madness. That'd be something.
Yeah. Well, if they do well, I don't know what the factor in the SEC tournament will be on the, the top 4 seeding and stuff like that. But hopefully they're lucky enough to stay away from each other, on the sides of the bracket and not have to play early and maybe, play later on and work their way to that. But it'll be, who knows if they wind up on the same side of the bracket, depending on how they play in the end and out.
Well, I mean, with the way the SEC is going, it would not be surprising if we see a whole lot of teams getting in to the point where we see a round of 32 matchup.
Yeah, well, you got Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Alabama in the top 4, so 3 SEC teams.
That's huge.
Yeah. That
Oh,
is.
funny enough, we're gonna play Florida on March 5th.
Now Auburn's our last SEC game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So God, you can talk about back to back Florida and then Auburn. Both of those are on the road, aren't they?
That's funny because it's like we've got a home. That's our senior day game, Florida, but
Oh, that's a
senior
home
day.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully they'll relax more against Florida. And Alabama's schedule has just been killer, man. Even they were talking about it on ESPN. Man, it's a killer schedule, and it's like 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
Been
because
brutal.
that last bit, because tomorrow night we're gonna be playing at Missouri, and then
They're like
Saturday.
15.
Oh yeah, Saturday we got a chance to sweep Kentucky. Mississippi State's covered our backyard nets Tuesday, and we got to go to Tennessee next Saturday.
That'll be a tough one.
Tennessee's so tough. They're so tough in the regular season, but they're not so tough in the postseason.
Yeah.
They're such a powder puff.
Hmm. Yeah. Not consistent.
Nope.
That's why you want to develop that consistency.
That's Rip Barnes for you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's done a good job. Tennessee's still hanging in there. They're competitive every year. So that's
Oh,
good.
agreed. Agreed.
A lot of good coaching in the SEC right now.
There we go. All righty, we've got some news for recruiting, and we've got some tight end targets for right now.
Definitely.
And we've got Max Sutter as one of our targets. He's got Alabama, Illinois, Ohio State, Ole Miss, and Penn State. And he's a 4-star athlete out of Dunlap High School in Illinois. And once this stupid car commercial is done and over with, they'll show us the. No, they're not showing it. They're not going. Yeah, we don't care about.
I can't. No, I don't want to see those guys.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And it says that Alabama's been recruiting him for almost a year. It was clear the Tide could be a contender for Sutter the moment they offered him. And he said, Alabama will always be special to me because they are one of the few schools to offer me in person. Sutter stands at 6'6", weighs 220 pounds, and he does it all for Dunlap. He takes snaps at QB, wide receiver, and lined up on the edge on defense. He flashes impressive athleticism whenever he lines up and produces. And let's look at his.
Oh, here we go. Maybe he's a Bowers. And that's what we need. Hey, did you see how Bowers do his rookie season this year?
He did all right.
Okay.
He did all right.
We need somebody like him. That's a matchup nightmare. So I saw 6'6", 220. That's a good size right there. If he's got just a hair of speed, and that could be a matchup nightmare.
Oh yeah.
So let's take
Yeah, here we go.
another commercial.
No. Yeah, get out. Get out. Get out, commercial. Get out. Get out of there. Now we're gonna look at this young man. There's number 7. About to pass. Boom!
Yeah, fine. Bowers-esque. There he is, isolated. Yeah. Get up.
Boom.
Oh, that's good rotation. Good hip rotation. All right.
He's blocking. Boom.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Boom. Knocks him down. And going for a little route. Boom. He got it.
No, I'd like to see that a little closer. Remember I told you breakaway, get up. There you go. Breakaway. I mean, if you're covering, all right, little hitch. Good hand. I mean, if you're covering 5 yards and just around 2 steps, that's about 4, 5, 6-ish. That'd be good speed, especially for a tight end. So he's outside linebacker. They're in 3-3-5. There you go. All right, good hands. Yeah, got some good toughness.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's the young man again. Going for a little run. Oh, he's got it.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That would be good. That's a good. Looking good. And that's out of
Boom!
Illinois.
Yep. He's a young man from Illinois.
Get him down south.
There you go. Gotta get
Hey,
him out of that cold weather.
hey, talking about recruiting, I went on on three and started, and then I followed up going to Rivals, and I was looking at state of Alabama and looking at the recruiting in the state of Alabama, and uh, Alabama's not really locked in. I mean, very many recruits from the state of Alabama at all.
Yeah.
I noticed where Auburn's got several, but Alabama, I think I may have seen three.
Well,
There's a lot of good football players in the state of Alabama, so I don't know what's going on with regard to that, but I wouldn't give them all to Auburn.
I'll tell you this. We got another tight end
Mm-hmm.
looking to go to Alabama, and he says how he likes how they utilize multiple tight ends. Young man's name, Grant Haviland. And he's looking forward to visiting the Crimson Tide this spring after earning an offer. He is a sophomore tight end at Milton High School in Georgia. He holds more than 15 college football offers, with offers from Alabama, Georgia, Miami, Texas, and others. The Georgia product has seen his recruitment grow in recent weeks, with the Crimson Tide being the latest program to offer. He says, "This offer means a lot to me, especially after watching them in the past and how dominant they've been. The tight end position was highlighted throughout Kalen DeBoer's first season in Tuscaloosa as Alabama's head coach. Haviland took notice. I like how they utilize multiple tight ends in their office and used them both in the run-pass game. He is 6'5", 225 pounds. The 2027 prospect is a willing blocker as an in-line tight end, and when lined up at wide receiver with his ability to effectively stalk block, he also flashes the potential to be an effective route runner with solid hands." Well, let's look at his highlights, shall we? As soon as we got that moronic at, yeah, we don't care. We don't, little lady, we don't care that you're listening on your iPad. Good for you. Now, come on in. Come on into the highlights. Come on. Yep, get out from the ad space. And Tay-Tac is coming on in, giving out a roll tide, Tay-Tac. Thanks for tuning in, good buddy.
There you go. All right.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
There's the young man, 88. He's going to get it. Boom.
Yeah. Spread that out wide, Jack. Maybe we can. Yeah. Here we go.
Boom.
Yeah, right there. All right. Over the middle. All right. Wing. All right. Good block. All right. Good wing. Again. Little slot. Wing. All right. Bumped him. Caught him down in. All right. Trap. Bam. Here he comes again. All right, so it's, yeah, cross route. Boom, lower at shoulder, good. Trap, bam. Nice, locked up that linebacker, good. All right, in slot.
Boom.
Got his hands out there, all right, good. Very good. Where's he at? There he is, that little wing position, on, block down. All right, good. Not afraid of contact. All right, little.
Boom.
There we go. Little flare out.
Here we go. Block.
Block down. Seal. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Got on that defensive end. There we go.
Boom.
So I like to set him in that little set they've got right there. They like him in. All right, so now he's up. All right, that's a little hitch. Right there. Okay. Looks like he's good physical. Not afraid to block. Trap. Bam. Ooh, that's a nice drive with the legs right there.
He's telling him
I
go
ain't
back
watching the
home.
running back. I didn't watch the running back. I was watching him. That's a little
Boom.
trap block right there.
Yeah, he's telling him go home. Go
Yeah.
home.
Step out, little flare out.
This is my house now, homeboy.
There he is.
Boom.
Yeah.
Go home.
They like to put him in right there as a wing. All right, he's wide open. Quarterback, throw it. What are you waiting on? Dang.
Boom.
Give him more time. He could catch that and turn around and do something. Here we go. All right, locking on that end. There we go.
Boom.
Block down. Yeah, another little flare out.
Boom.
Flare. I'd like to see them see if they run him on a rail route. All right, good.
He's
Stays
telling
with the
him this is my
block.
house.
Stays with the block. There he is. Yeah, it's a little
Boom.
steel block.
He's telling him go home.
Mm-hmm. Lock him up. Stay
There
with
you
the block. Good. Yeah. Good thing. Seal that right there. Seal that corner.
Boom. Knocked him on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's just stumbling.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can tell you this is good Georgia high school football right here. This
Oh, here we go.
quality stuff.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah, good block. It's probably don't stay with him. He's coming back into action there.
There
So
we go.
yeah, they look pretty good, pretty physical, and I see what how they're trying to use him. So yeah, he's got some possibilities. I'd like to see speed. I'd like to see that home run ball and see him. Or I'd like to see maybe a play where I can see his speed. The 2-step 5 yards and see what kind of speed he's got. That kind of stuff. But yeah, good size, good hands. Not afraid to mix it up. So interesting. I'd like to see him too on one of those little rail routes, something like that. That a lot of time Auburn used to do that a lot. Little rail routes, and somebody gets lost going up the sideline, running back or a tight end or something.
Well, we got another tight end target. This young man's name is Luke Sorensen. He reported an offer from Tuscaloosa in January, and he's looking to visit the Tide in spring. He's from California. He attends Servant High School in Anaheim, California, as a matter of fact. He's a 3-star for multiple recruiting sites at the moment, but he will have an opportunity to change this with his recent recruitment boost. He's got 18 offers, including Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, and others. He considers Alabama to be a big one. Loves the coaching staff, loves the programs, loves the way they utilize tight ends. And DeBoer's staff has had its fair share of success at recruiting on the West Coast. Sorensen respects what the Crimson Tide program currently stands. Loves it. Great spot. Loves how they're trending. 6'2", 242 pounds. He's a do-it-all tight ends prospect who displays strength in different aspects of the game. Shows power when blocking. Is a strong runner after the catch. Sorensen can also catch the football in traffic. And we're going to wait for this.
American Sniper.
Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Get out of there, ad. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Come on. Come on. We got to talk about Luke Sorensen. We got to talk about this young man. So I'll tell you this. I'm curious to see what this young man can bring because I think he's got some great tight ends. Like, I wonder who he's more like. There he is.
All right, so spread it out, Jack. Spread it out.
Spread out.
Yeah. All right, so there he is. That's a little wing cross route. Looks a little wet. Good catch. Yeah. All right, where is he?
There he is.
There he is. Little squatty body. Nice, a nice little leg action right there.
There you go. He's telling this is our house now. You're not. This is our house.
Good job blocking up.
There you go.
All right. A little underneath action. Good move. Strong. Strong. Yeah. He ran through that. Somebody just trying to pull him down. All right. So that's him there at that slot position.
Boom.
Boom. There you go. Good hands. Looks pretty strong. All right. We got him over here. All right. A little hitch route.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little hitch route. Got him true tight end now. Oh, yeah. Stood that defensive end up. Got under a little chin right there. All right, here he goes. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, beautiful right there. Run that play back. I like the design of that play. Yeah, run it back. Oh, if you can. I go to where they started him. I want to see where he started. I like that call right there.
Like how many seconds ago?
It doesn't matter. We can go. I do like that call. All right. That's a little wiggle route.
There you go. Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, went down and out.
He's like, boom.
All right. So there he is. He's at his little slot. Nice, just straight up post route.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah, good job by the quarterback. All right, so now he's just wide receiver out there. A little hitch. Oh, excuse me, he was blocking off that hitch. Good play. True tight end, block down. Nice legs. Like where he moves his feet. Wait, go back. Go back. Boy, they run it. They need to give you a little more intro time. Yeah, spot. Wait, where was? Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's blocking. He's telling this is my
Nice.
house now.
All right, yeah, they got to give you more time to look, set up. We'll find him. Good and physical. Good and physical.
Great blocker. Loving it.
Good and physical right there. All right, yeah. All right, true tight end. All right, just drive block. Just drive block. Slot receiver. Oh, a little wiggle route. Yeah, we used to call that a wiggle route. You go inside or crazy out, where you go inside and spin and come back out. Oh yeah, nice. All right, true tight end. Drive block.
Oh man,
yeah, on roller skates right there. Pancake. All right, where is it? All right, that's a little wing. All right, so here's the rail route. There's that rail route right there. There it is. Run it back. That's that rail route. Yeah. Watch him come right up here. We call that the rail. You got the guy running out here, and there he is up that rail route. Yeah. Okay.
Oh. He's like, no.
Somebody's on roller skates there.
Number 13 is not so lucky.
No, yeah, he was ready for that. All right, here's stalk block.
Blocking.
Yeah, that's stalk block. All right.
Number 1.
Yeah, a little trap block. Yeah, trapping inside, number 1. Keeps those feet moving. I like that. All right, he's true tight end. Just, yeah. Pass protection. Well, not pass, just run block. Wing.
Here we go.
That's just seam route. And now he's
blocking
for teammate, and boom.
He pushed him down. Knock him down.
True tight end.
Boom. Sorry, young man.
Right. Only thing I would say is I would change, if I was his coach, I would change that stance. He's a little squatty. You know what I'm saying? He's really kind of down. Needs a little more taller in that. So that's coaching right there. So they need to, you know what I'm saying, Jack? He's squatted way too low. Needs to be a little, make himself a little higher. He gets more lean leverage instead of squatting and just, because when you're just squatting down, you're losing that first step. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but when you're just squatting straight down, Okay, you're losing that first step. Okay, so he needs to be a little higher so he can get that first step. That'll increase his speed off the ball. But when he's sitting real down and your butt's low, like this hand is like my butt, then that first step is a little slower and it's not as long. But when you're up higher, okay, like this, you're a little higher. That first step is a lot longer. So that comes down to coaching.
True. And of course we'll go over some more recruiting updates. But first,
Oh, well,
this
those are three quality tight ends. I like all three of them. Now, the last one, what's his name?
Sorensen.
I liked his feet. His feet were actually better than the two previous. But the stance is the first thing I would change about him. Get him out of that low stance.
Oh,
But I
great.
like all three of them. All three of them are good prospects.
Oh yeah. It's like going for those tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
But of course we got a few more recruiting updates and more news, of course. But first, here's a good one. Ethan Booby Feaster is reclassifying to the 2026 recruiting class. And Alabama is among his top choices. And of course, he let everybody know on Valentine's Day, like, hey, bro, I'm reclassifying to 2026. Matter of fact, he's the third prospect to do so. Tight end Mark Bowman and running back E.J. Crowell, both of which are Alabama targets as well. And of course, he also dropped his top school list, and Alabama is a finalist for his commitment. His timeline is going to move up a year, and he is a priority for the coach staff as well as they should have him as a priority. I know I want him. Get me. He attends DeSoto High School in DeSoto, Texas. And as a junior, he reeled in 57 receptions for 855 yards and 14 touchdowns. Hayes Fawcett at On3 has the list of 12 schools that has Feaster looking at. Well, we'll keep him away from Texas schools. Can't wait. I cannot wait to see what this young man brings. Because I'm going to tell you right now. Go away. Go away, Ed. It's funny, though, because like Ryan Williams, he also reclassified a year. You know, he's a year ahead. That's why you saw him as the 17-year-old that attended high school, college. So here's the sophomore highlights.
Yeah, spread him out.
There you go. Boom. Oh, yeah. There you
Right
go.
on the edge. All right.
Screen. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
He
All
could.
right, look at that. So watch those steps. You can say he's covering 2 yards. I mean, he's covering 5 yards in 2 steps. So yeah, he's got legit speed.
Oh, nobody's on him. Nobody's on him. Oh, he's blocking. He's telling him, go back home. Go back home.
There we go.
He's telling him, get out of Dodge.
So I'm going to throw this to the Kona. Throw it up. Let him get it. Oh, he threw it down. Okay, that's fine too. Pick a spot. Right in that slot.
Boom.
Bubble screen. Oh, good balance. Yeah, excellent balance. All right, one-on-one. A hitch. And there's some strength right there. Oh, yeah, that's good strength and balance. Yeah. Slot receiver over the middle. Oh, if you ran that back, you'd see that pause it. He did that head fake and that DB bit and was then all of a sudden, watch, does that head fake, right? That DB bought it, hesitated, just choo-choo. I mean, that millisecond gets you open right there.
There you go.
All right, it's just
boom.
Yeah, that's just one-on-one post. All right, so now he's going to edge in, out route.
There we go.
Nope.
There we
Now
go.
there's another post right to the center.
Boom.
Good job of the quarterback. Laid it right in there. All right, corner soft up there. He locked him up, right? I thought that corner was way too soft. All right, so we got a press man on him here. Press him, get your hands on him. Didn't touch him. Too easy.
Boom.
Corner never touched him.
Oh, there we go. He's blocking. He's blocking.
Mm.
He's like, sorry, young man. This is our house now.
All right. Corner's back on. Oh, too much room. Good grief. What is that defense? All right, so now he's going to press him. Get your hands on him. Didn't get his hands on him. Let him go free.
Boom.
You see how he did not get his hands on him and just let him run free. Speed kills. I don't know, combo coverage here. 3. Look, we got 3 over 2 right there. All right, so he's inside slot.
There you go. Block. Block. Block.
Yeah.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling him this is our house.
Yeah, so go up and get it.
There you go. Touchdown. Both feet in bounds. That's the important part right there.
All right, so here's where you can see the speed.
Boom.
Well, he did a lot of movement there. When you get a one with a breakaway, that's when you can really judge the speed. All right, so receiver, run that back. Run that back, Jack. It drives me nuts. Look at this DB. Never gets a hand on him. Watch him just run for it. Look at that. Nowhere, no end. Get you slow. You got to slow him up. Get your hands on him and slow him up, or slow him down. Not slow him up. Slow him down.
There you go. Boom.
If you're gonna play man, I mean, just go up there and let him run free is ridiculous. Here we go. All right, we got a saw. All right, here he comes up. Get your hands on him.
Yeah.
Nothing. Let him run free. I don't know if what they do out there in Texas. Are you not allowed to get your hands on the receiver? Alabama. I mean, high school football in Alabama, you can maintain contact until the ball's in the air.
There we
As
go.
soon as the ball's in the air, now you got to back off of it. But until the ball's in the air, you can keep your hands on him and not let him just run free. Get that separation.
There we go. I can't wait. I hope we can get them because that would be cool for us to get them to come to Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thing I don't get is SMU being in his top 12, but I mean, I guess he's liking what Rhett Lashley has to bring to the table.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But that's going to come down to the package, Jack.
I mean, it's better than LSU, in my opinion. That's like,
show me the money.
I mean, I if I had to choose between going to LSU or SMU, I'd go to SMU over LSU. Especially with that moron Brian Kelly running LSU. But
the strange thing about LSU is that just they'll just the moon and stars will align and blah, 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 and whatever, and then here they go crazy in Bayou country, the Bayou. So who knows? It's always unpredictable, but and then Auburn's kind of the same way. Every now and then the moon and stars will line up, and the universe is perfect for who knows. So Auburn. So but they're the consistency factor. Be interesting for Auburn this year because I mean they've had 4 consecutive losing seasons. Yeah. Interesting for Hugh. Huey better come up with some players.
Well, I mean they're doing all right in the portal, but that doesn't seem to mean anything for Auburn.
No,
But
I don't base anything on that portal. It's getting hard, Jack. I mean, we're going to have more and more. Another couple the way things are, we're going to need more and more, like a couple more years of data to see is the picking and whatever out of the portal beneficial or not. Right now, it's inconclusive, and then how the significance of high school football recruiting is over the next. So it'll be interesting, but we don't have enough data yet to make a decision. But it'll come. We'll learn.
well, all righty. I'll tell you this. There's a documentary on Alabama football coming up. Well, a docu-series coming up, premiering tomorrow on Fox Nation, and it's called The Tide That Binds, and it's about the first season for Kayla DeBoer. And there's an article from Charlie Potter at Bama Online, and he's got, and Alabama's granted exclusive unrestricted access to Alabama. And this landmark series offers fans an insight to behind the scenes on what's been going on for the 2024 season for Alabama. Captures the first season without Nick Saban, chronicling the team's evolution under Coach DeBoer. The docu-series provides an intimate look at the student athletes, coaches, staff as they navigate a year of change while honoring the tradition and relentless pursuit of excellence that defines Alabama football. Alabama football's legacy is unparalleled. This partnership allows fans to see what goes into wearing the crimson and white. DeBoer said, "This is more than just a football story. It is a look at the passion and culture that surrounds the program. It also gives viewers a look inside the team and what we embody, including the discipline and resilience that define this program. From preseason workouts to the high-stake moments of the 2024 season, the tides that bind bring viewers into the heart of Alabama football, capturing the passion and commitment that fuels the team's continued success through exclusive interviews, behind the scenes access, and never before seen footage. The series honors the rich tradition and the future program." Well,
That'll be interesting how that comes across.
Well, and it's gonna be a 6-part documentary, so
and interesting. I saw where Caleb Castile. Remember Jeremiah? I saw where Caleb Castile, played DB at Alabama. I saw where he's one of the producers of it. So hopefully he'll have. Who knows how it'll be. I guess presented if they focus on controversies or what's going on in the locker room, the ins and outs, and all that kind of stuff. It'll be interesting, but hopefully they have a little control over how it's presented.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a positive building, we're building a program and not, people, all that petty stuff that goes on in the locker room. Oh, I ain't getting to play. I didn't get to play, and so I'm transferred. If they focus on the drama of individual players and their inability to perform and that kind of stuff, or if they focus on the drama of trying to overcome obstacles and stuff like that. So it could be either a lift me up or a Debbie Downer. So I hope they know what they're doing with regard to that. Because Coach Saban, and they had that with Greg McElroy that preseason with Alabama, Mark Ingram, and that kind of stuff, and that was okay with regard to that. So hopefully this will be something that gives some insight and helps Coach DeBoer. So we'll see.
Yeah, because I'm ready to see that documentary because docu-series. I keep forgetting.
You got Fox Nation?
I
do.
I think I'm gonna have to get it.
I got it.
I'll probably be like, hey, Well, I'm probably gonna need
That's a
username
good
password.
channel. It's a good channel. They got a lot of documentaries. You know, they show there's movies that you can watch and stuff like that, but mostly it's documentaries and a lot of insight on present, you know, things that are happening right now. That's what I like
Is
about
there
it.
any college football stuff on Fox Nation? Because I mean, it's like you would think
Not a
with like
lot,
the
no. But it's documentary, so this is a documentary. So
well,
they
they
do a
better be
lot of
putting more college
documentaries.
football documentaries on there because
Yeah.
it's like if they want to sell me, they got to put in more college football stuff. I mean,
Exactly.
because
So,
it's
but you'll see, and this will obviously this after they show it on Fox Nation, they'll put it on Fox and you know Fox Sports and all that kind of stuff. So, but if, to watch it right now, which I'm gonna do, I've got Fox Nation. Elena gave it to me as a birthday gift a couple of years ago,
oh
and
wow,
so yeah, I watch it more for. They got a lot of I taught a lot of anatomy and forensics, and so they have a lot of stuff. The Long Island serial killer and all. So I watch it for that. A lot of times, I'm out doing something, put my earbuds in, and I'll listen to a documentary. A lot of crime drama, but I'm glad they're inching over into sports. That'd be good. It's a good
yeah.
channel. It's worth the price.
I'll be sure to check it out for sure. Because it's like I'll just be like trial basis. I'm gonna keep an eye on the tide that binds for
I'll give
Alabama
you
football.
I'll give you a quick review because I'll definitely be watching.
There you go. We'll definitely do that for next week's edition of Crimson Tide Live. That's for sure. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, there you go. You're making our jobs easier. So thanks, Fox Nation. Not too crazy about your network usually, but I mean, you're doing a documentary on Alabama football, so that's what's
Mm-hmm.
cool.
That,
All righty, we've got an article from Andrew Hughes. He talks about whether there could be tension between Nick Sheridan and Ryan Grubb. I hope that's not the case, but
well, that comes down to your head coach. I mean, your head coach got to do the Barney Fife, nip it in the bud.
yeah,
Hey, this guy, Ryan Grubb's offense coordinator, you're going to coach whatever. And if you're not happy with that, you can leave. But if you're okay with it, I mean, if your ego can handle, then more power to you. So I don't know. Here we go. They want to try to drama, create talking points, 24-hour news, talking points, and that kind of stuff. But hopefully they've already, that situation scenario is already clear. And this is offense coordinator. Now you're going to coach probably tight ends or something like that. And this is your role. And if we're not going to have any backstabbing and stuff like that, any planting these seeds of doubt. And so that comes down to the head coach. If Nick Sheridan can't handle it, cut him loose. I'll tell you, you'll find that out in spring practice.
yeah. I mean,
You'll find
I
that
don't
out.
think I don't think there's gonna be, honestly. I mean, I know like Smoke Ditson from the Bama Standard Network suspects that there could be, but I don't think there will be because it's like I think that Sheridan's got a lot to learn.
Yeah. And I
So
mean, and good news is he's still Alabama. He's making a ton of money, and the future is he's got that little whatever in his pocket that he can use in the future. And so you're not going to uh, generate, I guess, influence and generate value for yourself if all of a sudden the market deems somebody that's just not trustworthy and somebody drama in the locker room. You don't generate influence and for yourself. So if he takes this and uses it to learn and whatever, he's generating value for himself. But if he turns and he wants to play drama and create all that chaos in the locker room, then it devalues. So it's an opportunity to create value for yourself.
Well, and I don't really think he is that kind of guy that wants to create drama. Really, it's like I don't think he really wants to. But
Mm.
at the same time, it's kind of like where it's like you may be happy on air, but off air, that's going to be the question there.
That's ego. Can
Yeah,
your ego handle it? If you're staying in Alabama, you're saying your ego can handle it. So we'll see. But I would hope it comes down to head coach. If there at moments you start feeling, a little bit of something going on behind the scenes, you got to nip it in the bud, get rid of it.
yeah.
And that wouldn't be good for Sheridan. He's not, generating value for himself.
Yeah, and he benefits very well from working under Kalen DeBoer, so that's
Yeah.
been really helping him.
You just don't want that label toxic.
No,
You don't want that label toxic on the back of your shirt. You don't want that. So he needs to think about it.
I mean you don't want to be that guy.
No.
So that's a no.
Mm-mm.
So that would suck right
Yeah.
there for him.
Yeah.
It would be a bad because I mean it's a good thing that some people have forgotten about the fact that he was the OC at Indiana, and unfortunately he got fired after 2021. But that was because of the fact that Indiana was a top 25 preseason team that year, but then they choked at 2-10.
Mm.
So it was like that was pretty bad right there.
Yeah.
Although
Two
it
and
was,
2 and 10 means offense and defense.
oh yeah. But of course
It
we
was
got
bad on
Ryan.
both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah. So we cannot have that. We need some huge wins. And I think Ryan Grubb's gonna give that to us.
We'll get down there. We'll see. Can't wait.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Like spring practice, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be one of the keys.
Yeah.
Offense. And
Jack, guess what I'm doing tonight?
oh, what's that, man?
My high school friend of mine, Vic, Vic Coulter, we were high school friends, buddies, and then we were roommates after we both graduated college, and in Decatur, and then we've been doing our little concert tour of late, and tonight here in Huntsville, we're going to see Rick Springfield and Richard Marx in
What
concert.
time?
So yes, I will be. Oh, Rick and Richard.
Oh, there we
I
go.
looked at their set list, and every song they play, pretty much know. So both of them have a good volume of songs, and it's going to be fun.
There you go,
Looking
man.
forward to it.
Don't be rocking out, man.
Yeah, Vic and I are still doing the tour.
There you go, man.
We saw Toto and Journey. We saw Night Ranger. I mean, we've been doing the tour. We saw 38 Special and who's George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone. We saw them. I mean, we've been doing the tour, so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So tonight it's Rick and Richard Marx.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
The young people watching, who. But if you know any of the old days, yeah, so it'd be a lot of fun.
But yeah, so we go back to a little bit on Sheridan and Grubb. That will be fun seeing them work magic together. Like I think all those people saying that there's going to be tension, it's just I think some of those people they're a little sketchy because they're afraid of there being another 2024. Which I mean, I understand that. I understand you're afraid of it, but don't be. We're going to be fine.
No, good head coach has that, and I think DeBoer's a good head coach, and he's been there, done that. So I think he knows how to. He's not going. I would be shocked if he let any toxicity in the Alabama locker room. Somebody will get there. And Sheridan will be the one to get the axe because he hired Grubb as the offense coordinator. Offense coordinator, one of your luxuries or should be, you hire your coaches. And
True.
if Ryan Grubb wants Nick Sheridan around, then you know, then that's the way it's going to be. And then if Nick accepts that position, then it should be smooth sailing. If it's not, we'll know this spring because somebody be on the road.
Agreed. I mean, it's not going to be Grubb. It's going to be Sheridan if things don't work out. So that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But we're going to be looking at who got invited to the 2025 NFL Draft Combine. So that's going to be coming real soon. Milrose invited. Dupree's invited. Oates is invited. Tyler Booker, Q Robinson, Tim Smith, Jahad Campbell, Malachi Moore, and James Burnett are all going to be in the draft combine.
Good players. Good players. We'll see what their stats are.
There we go. And it's going to be from February 24th to March 3rd.
Yeah. Some of those I'd be looking at the scales, maybe dropping a couple of pounds.
There you go.
But I think all of that list right there, I think all of them will do, fairly well.
Yeah.
Fairly well. Be interested, see that. I'll be really interested to see Jalen Milrose 40-yard time. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to tell you, if that guy runs under a 4.5, he's drafted.
Yeah.
I got a feeling he is because watching him break away, I got a feeling he's going to be elite. So
Oh, yeah.
That'll be good. And the other ones, it's an opportunity. The metrics. I mean, if you don't fit the metrics, like quarterback, if they measure, from here to here, and if you don't, that's nine some odd inches. If you don't hit that, not gonna happen.
Done.
So they look at a lot of metrics, and speed is the greatest asset for any athlete. Speed.
Hey,
the second greatest athlete is want to. I want to win. I want to compete. I want to be the best. Want to. Speed and want to.
Yeah. I really hope Milroe does well in the combine, but I just wonder where he's going to be drafted for the 2025 draft.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. But the combine can, he's got an opportunity there to increase his value. But I know there's criticisms of him. We'll see. I know he's got good, solid character, never been any trouble, never been a problem. His metrics, I got a feeling they're going to be good, really good, as good as any quarterback that's going to be there. His measurements will be really good. So I got a feeling maybe not first round, but second round probably.
Well,
and then you got the intelligence factor. They're going to do, the intelligence and quiz you and all that kind of stuff. And I got a feeling he's a pretty smart guy. He's got 2 degrees. So I got a feeling he's pretty smart. I just think the season, I think offensive line let him down.
Well, and I'm curious about Malachi Moore. I'm really hoping that he matures a little bit.
Yeah, that'll come through in interviews. And and then talking to coaches. And hey, with Malachi Moore, I mean, they're not only going to talk to Kalen DeBoer, Coach DeBoer, they're going to talk to Coach Saban.
Mm-hmm.
What's his temperament? What's going on, up in that head? And obviously he's a good competitor. I mean, because he's emotional. So I mean, but at the same token, you got to be smart. And you can't put your team in a bind in critical moments. You got to have a little bit of self-discipline. So that'll be looked at.
Agreed. And there's
Go ahead.
And one of our other guys, I want to see what Tyler Booker can bring in the draft combine. I want to
Yeah.
see him do really well.
Yeah, we'll see that 40 time. I mean, he's carrying. It's going to be interesting. If I was that guy, I'd be trimming down a little bit. I mean, it's this point you just. But then he may be, some of the agents and people talking to him may say you got a great size for a guard, but for a tackle, not happening. I just
Yeah.
don't see it. Don't see it. So,
But here's what would be pretty cool though. Like if he's not a first rounder, that means one thing: he can get drafted by a contender in the NFL. Somebody that's lacking an
mhm,
offensive tackle.
mhm. Well, the bottom line about the draft is who cares where you're drafted as long as you're drafted. Everybody, they get their feelings hurt if they're not drafted in the first round and they fall in the draft. Who cares? All that matters is you get drafted, you get there, and then once you get there in training camp, you perform, and then everybody's got to figure it out.
Oh yeah.
But listen to all these analysts and Mel Kiper and that kind of stuff. Don't put. I mean, I'll put a little bit into it because I mean they've done it, they've been around, and they've made some very good predictions. But also as a player, I mean, especially if you're not expected to go in the first round, okay,
Uh-huh.
don't be offended if you wind up in the second round, third round. Who cares? As long as you draft, as long as you sign a contract, whether it's free agency, once you get there, now you create your value. So
Yeah.
it's a big to do show, and ESPN's got to make some money and sell some advertisement and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, let's just take it, what it is.
Well, we can look at Jahad Campbell for a bit, and I'm excited to see what he can bring to the NFL. I mean, he did all right at Alabama. I can't wait to see what he can bring. I hope he doesn't get drafted by the Colts. Do not, please, for the love of God, do not let that stupid drunk Jim Irsay ruin him. Do not let him be drafted by the Lions. Let him be drafted by the Eagles. I mean, I'd want to be drafted by Titans if he goes down, but at the same time, it's like no, don't put him in a dung heap. Put him in a good situation.
Yeah, well, he's not in control of that. He just have to be lucky, Jack.
True.
Who's the best? Who's the best left?
Yep.
And then it'll be interesting to see who's Mr. Irrelevant.
Oof.
I wish I could have been that guy. Oh, I wish I could have been that guy.
Oh man, Tim Smith. I
A
can't wait.
good player, good player. I think he's got it. I think the combine will benefit him. I think he's got a good motor.
Oh yeah.
One of those defensive linemen just has a good motor.
Well, I'll say though he's happy about being 5-0 against Auburn, so that's huge right there.
Yeah, yeah, good motor. I like. He was very dependable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, defensively last year we got better as the season progressed, and it wasn't defense that lost against Michigan.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in the draft combine for the next week or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to seeing our guys get it done. Doesn't matter where they get drafted. I want to see them do all right.
Mm-hmm. Just give me an opportunity.
There we go.
Opportunity knocks. Just give me the opportunity. Go with it. Quit worrying about if you're first, second, third round. Who cares? Just get there. Just get in the, just get in the building, get in the dance, get in, then create your own value. Quit worrying about all these people, talking heads, spin heads, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, you got some rocking and rolling tonight.
I do. I'm fixing to head that way. I'm going right down the street. I'm gonna walk there.
Oh, okay.
I live downtown Huntsville. I'm in Old Town, one of the old historic neighborhoods, and so we call it being 2 blocks from everywhere. So I'm just going to walk right down the street. That's the beauty. I can go to a concert downtown Huntsville, just walk down there, walk back, and see old Rick.
There you
Good to see
go.
these guys. I remember in college, I was, well, early 80s, you had Rick Springfield, and he's the big heartthrob, Affair of the Heart, all that kind of stuff. And then later, mid to late 80s, came old Richard Marx. And he was good. A lot of good tunes and everything. And so, yeah. Now they're going to play acoustic. We'll see how that goes. Don't care, but it'd just be good concert to just walk down the street. Then it's over. You walk right back.
There you go.
So I'm ready.
You can
Doing
check
the tour.
You can check out Coach Burt's on Johnny Burt's 5 on Facebook and give him a follow on Johnny H. Burt's on Instagram. And one way or another, we're going to find his @/Twitter account.
That's right.
Hey, if I can find Darrell's Twitter
I just made it, create a new one. I know I got something, but the other day I was trying to do a username, password, and all blah, blah, blah.
Hey, if I can find Darrell's Twitter account, I can find Johnny's. I just have to find a little hint, and we're good to go.
Here we go.
Here we go. And you can check me out on Jackson Johnson 979 on my personal YouTube channel, where I not only do collaborations with Sports Talk with Austin and Will and D, but I also host the Jacksonian on there, and tune in to see who'll be my next guest. And for more updates on what I've got going on Alabama with the Voice College football and the Jacksonian, check me out on JacksonVOCFB on @/Twitter and on Instagram and Threads. And let me tell you something, folks, that's going to be a fun ride as always. And of course, Thursday night, Jeffrey and I will take your calls on the 20th edition of the Alabama Call-In Show, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where we discuss our take on what's going on with the Alabama Crimson Tide, and we even discuss a little bit on what Josh Pate from 247 Sports has to say about the Alabama Crimson Tide, and we'll probably discuss a little bit about what Ross Dellinger's report on Yahoo Sports about the playoffs. With that being said, and how it can benefit Alabama football. But with that being said, we wish you all a happy Tuesday night, and to stay safe, stay warm. It's cold out. Like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss no video whatsoever. And we will see you soon. And roll Tide!